About how that felt.
Well, it felt pretty good, and then there was a complete physical shock when I got the water bath. But other than that, it was good, and it's good to see these guys come together and our coaching staff come together and get a big picture.
A little bit of a slow start, but you guys rebounded, got a big stop there on a fourth down in the second quarter, and then scored 29 unanswered points. Just talk about what a momentum swing that was for you.
It was big for us, and we've got a lot of guys with experience. We've also got some guys that are starting for the first time, so it's giving them an opportunity to kind of get that. And you can do scrimmages all you want to, but it's different when it gets under the lights, and it's on TV, and you're playing a good football program. You're playing a rival, and so that stop I think just kind of invigorated us a little bit. High school kids, it's one of those things. I mean, it's momentum. No matter how much you talk about trying to play the next play, momentum's a big deal. It got us some right there. Our offense coach did a great job making adjustments. Defensive coaches, same thing. Came out after halftime and finished the game.
And you've seen Lebanon over the past couple of years. Was that a different Lebanon team than you saw, say, last season?
I think it absolutely is. I think and now they've got some senior-dominated linemen, and that's their bread and butter, so they get it done up front. They've got some guys that can do some things in space, but they're doing things differently, and you can tell they had a plan, they had an identity, and I think, as long as they stay healthy, and you could say that about anybody, I think they're going to win some football games this fall.
And you guys had 3 or 4 really big runs tonight, a couple of them by Kyle Smith. Just talk about how important it was to get bust those outside, and when they did, they didn't let people catch them.
Right, and it's one of those things we talked about, being able to limit those defensively, but offensively, we kind of feed off of those explosions. And you want to see your team stay on schedule. You want to see them drive. You like seeing those kind of things. But at the same time, you also like to see them seal the edge. And Kyle and Cortland, both Douglas, did a great job when they got in space and finishing it.
Well, Kyle, talk about getting that first W under your belt this season on television and in front of a big crowd tonight.
Well, it's a real exciting thing. I'm glad we got the first W. I'm glad we didn't come back with a L. Our coaches wanted us to go out here and execute, and that's what we did. We didn't give up when we was down.
Got off to a little bit of a slow start. You guys had a little bit of a turnover there, down 8-0. Then you get that big stop on defense at 4th and 1 play there, and it seemed like the momentum turned for you guys, and you broke off a nice run, finished it with a touchdown. Just talk about how big that was for you guys.
It was a real big thing. I think we just came out with a big head because we've been beating Lebanon for the past years, and our coach, during halftime, our coach got it through our head that this is a new Lebanon team, new coaches. We got to go out and execute, and that's exactly what we did. The touchdown, it was a good thing. I just went out there and did my thing, did what the coaches told me to do. Line blocked, everybody did with their job, and it came out with a good outcome. 2
big touchdown runs in the second half. Talk about what you saw in those.
It was a good thing. I like the touchdowns. I tried my best to get the touchdowns. Tried real hard to do the touchdowns. All I did was just run the play like it was designed, and it worked, just like the coach said it would.